Out on the farm today, and we picked up another tool that I've been wanting to get for a while. Not necessarily a necessary tool, but a tool that'll help us out a lot. I got one of these XR 20 volt brushless lithium ion DeWalt reciprocating saw. Basically, what I call a Sawzall. I put it into a case by DeWalt, and it seems to fit quite well with at least one battery. And I'm using for the purpose of today the 5 amp hour battery. I think that'll do well. It fits the case pretty good. And what I'm going to do is take this out and try it. There's some things I noticed right off the bat. It's pretty ergonomic. It's a lot shorter than my corded one, and this is not a replacement for my corded one. But I do want to use this in times where I can't reach an outlet. I like how the blade attaches here at the top, and I like some things about it, but I also don't like some things about it right off the bat. So I just thought I'd give you my opinion. So this is a tried and true tested tool here. It's the corded reciprocating saw, or what I call the Sawzall here from DeWalt. I absolutely love it. It works great. The only problem is there are times where I'm out working on things where I don't have a power plug. It's maybe about 6 inches longer than this brushless cordless one, the XR. So again, the corded one is bigger, and it does have a different nose on it, so to speak. It's much more of a cage look. The butt or handle part of the cordless, of course, is heavier because of the battery, and you have a little less forearm grab. Now, when I'm cutting things, this stupid front end always seems to clog up with junk at times. Never stops the saw, but it does clog up. I'm always nervous about getting junk in there. I do like how this one does not have that at all. That is very nice, and of course it makes putting it on the blade a lot easier too. Like I said, weight-wise and stuff, it's a little different because the cordless is more in the handle versus the other one's more spread out. But it's what it is. One thing I thought I'd do here is kind of run them together and kind of show you the sound difference. I was doing this for the sake of, trying to, talk about how loud one was versus the other, and really they're quite similar. But I don't know if you noticed there watching my hands, the corded one, just because of how the motor is situated and how it spins, a fair amount less vibration to the hand. So I do like that in the corded one. It's just a little bit smoother to operate. I feel like I could cut easier with it and longer. There's no real vibration. It's got a nice grip and stuff. Now, I can grip this little one too quite effectively, and it is pretty ergonomic, but it's got a lot more what I call right-hand vibration to it. And I thought that was the most unusual part that I wasn't expecting. But that doesn't mean this tool is still not good. It is a good tool because, again, I don't have to plug it in when I need it. I like the plug-in factor for when I'm working on something, where I don't have to worry about changing the batteries and stuff. But there are times where I need to throw this tool in the gator, get out into the back 80 acres, and then get to work. So here's one of those times. This water has not been used for quite some time this winter now. I think several weeks. It's pretty cold out. I need to pop this tire free because I made a mistake and I left the bottom of this tire intact. And of course, it got snow in it and ice in it, and it got very heavy, and I don't want that to happen. So I should have cut the bottom off in the spring when I threw it over the top as a protector around my water, but I didn't. I'm quite a ways from any outlet, probably at least 300-400 yards away from an easy outlet. So I'm going to take this little devil out on its kind of virgin drip here, and I'm going to see if it can cut this tire pretty nicely. Now, when you're cutting a tire, by the way, it's not always the easiest. There are steel belts in the tire, so you have to cut where there are not steel belts. Thankfully, this tire actually has a hole in it from where it went flat, and I should be able to get the blade in it right here, and then I am just going to cut on the inside edge of this and avoid the steel belting. If I hit the steel belting, it's going to be a real pain in the butt. I've got to try to figure out how to get in this hole enough so I can get this cut made. And of course, there's ice in this tire, which makes it a little bit more challenging. but eventually I do get the ice out of it, and I get the cut started, and it seems to cut really nice. Now, notice I'm at a little bit of an angle. You can do that with the big machine too, but what's kind of nice is the guard on the front of this thing tips. So even though I'm at an angle, it's still flush to the material I'm working on. I found that to be very, very nice. It seemed to have plenty of power. It was a very aggressive vibration, which is good. And it seemed to really take the cold. It's about 5 or 6 out right now, and this tool has been out here now for probably a half hour. Battery wise, it's doing fine. I know lithium batteries like this and stuff, you know, when it get cold, you know, you don't get the duration out of them. But it seems to be doing great. It cut it really well and worked good. For the maiden trip out, I was very pleased with this tool. Again, I'm not getting rid of my corded, folks. It's a great tool, but I am quite pleased with the ability to finally get into the back 40, so to speak, and have a saw that's not a hand saw. So I'm trying to figure out how to put it back in the case here, and then I realized, of course, I got to take the battery off. But again, this case is working out good. It's a little tight to get 2 batteries in, but I'm making it work. I'm pleased with the tool, and I would recommend it. I think this is a nice, handy tool to have on a farm. It's not a must tool, but it's a good tool. So again, folks, if you're looking for a nice little reciprocating Sawzall, the XR by DeWalt with the brushless motor, I think is kind of the ticket. Appreciate you watching and liking. Follow along, folks, as you keep watching us work on our homestead and farmstead here. Thank you.